All right, so get ready, because today we are going deep into some emotional blooming. We're talking heart chakra.
Yeah.
And how it's like so connected to this whole spring renewal thing.
Yeah.
Listeners sent in a bunch of great material all about how we can like use the energy of springtime to give our emotional well-being a boost.
It is interesting, isn't it, how these ancient traditions like the chakras have been around for centuries, and they're like totally in sync with what's going on in nature. We're not talking about like fluffy self-help here. Spring brings this actual energetic shift.
Oh, yeah.
And you can like really feel it impacting your emotions.
Totally. Okay, but for anyone listening who might be new to this whole chakra thing, can we like quickly break it down?
Oh, for sure.
So picture these energy centers. They're like all located throughout your body.
Yeah.
And they're each linked to different parts of you, right?
Right.
So the heart chakra, it's called Anahata, and it's like the bridge between your physical body and your spiritual self.
Exactly. And spring is all about new beginnings. Think about how nature just bursts back to life.
Yeah.
With fresh growth everywhere. Well, your heart chakra is also ready for that same kind of renewal. Oh, I love that. Spring is the perfect time to really nurture all of those qualities that the heart chakra is all about. Love, compassion, empathy, forgiveness, all that good stuff.
So it's like our hearts are going through their own like spring cleaning. I love that.
Yeah, totally.
Okay, but what does a thriving heart chakra actually like feel like?
Yeah.
Like paint us a picture.
Okay, so imagine this. You feel this lightness, like this openness to connect both with yourself and with everyone around you. It's that, genuine warmth and joy you get when you see those first buds appearing on the trees or when you see someone doing something kind. Just a deep sense of peace and harmony within you.
Okay, so get this. There's this whole Chakra 4 collection, and it's designed around, like, this whole concept. I'm obsessed with this idea of intentionally working with our energy systems, not against them,
Oh, absolutely. And it's not just a clever marketing thing.
No.
The color green is symbolic of both springtime and the heart chakra.
Oh, cool.
It's all about growth, vitality. This collection uses fragrances and botanical ingredients that really tap into that.
I love that.
So we're talking a dry touch healing body oil and an aroma perfume.
Nice.
Specifically designed to enhance the energy of your heart chakra.
Okay, now this is where it gets really interesting to me. The ingredients in these products. It's like a crash course in botanical alchemy. We're talking gardenia for peace and self-acceptance, rose for dissolving emotional barriers and fostering compassion, and jasmine for boosting connection and romantic energy.
Oh.
It's like they created like a recipe for emotional well-being.
It's not just about smelling good, though. It's about aligning your energy with the season. Remember, we're talking about a natural cycle of renewal, and these botanicals are chosen specifically for their properties that work with the energy of the heart chakra.
Totally. Okay, so tell me more about this dry touch healing body oil. It comes in a 50 milliliter pump bottle or a handy little 15 milliliter roller so you can like easily add it to your routine. Can you imagine like starting your day, putting this oil on your pulse points, taking a deep breath, and setting an intention for emotional openness?
Beautiful.
So good.
And then, as you go about your day, you can use the aroma perfume for a quick energy boost. The fragrance pyramid is actually designed to work with how you're feeling emotionally.
Okay, wait, hold on. Break down this fragrance pyramid thing for us. It sounds fancy.
It's much simpler than it sounds.
Okay, good.
The top notes, which are bergamot and neroli, are the first scents you notice. They're meant to lift any emotional heaviness and kind of ease tension. Then you have the heart notes, gardenia and rose.
Yeah.
And as we talked about, these cultivate peace, self-acceptance, and compassion.
Yeah.
And lastly, the base notes, jasmine and ylang-ylang, those are the scents that linger the longest. And they promote joy, emotional connection, self-love, and harmony.
Wow. So each layer is like a gentle guide leading you towards a more balanced and open-hearted state.
Exactly. And what's important to note is this is a water-based perfume, which means it doesn't have all those harsh chemicals that you find in typical perfumes.
Okay.
It's designed to work, in harmony with your energy field, not against it.
I love that. It's not about like covering up your natural scent. It's about enhancing your natural energy. So how can we like actually put all of this into practice? Give us the lowdown on those spring rituals.
So the key here is being intentional.
Yeah.
We're not, just randomly putting on some oil or spraying perfume.
Right.
We're creating little rituals to help us connect with our heart chakra.
I love that.
For instance, the morning anointing involves applying the dry touch oil to your pulse points, placing your hands over your heart center, taking a deep breath, and setting an intention for emotional openness.
Oh, I love that. Starting your day by like consciously inviting that energy in.
Yeah.
Okay, so what about like during the day? What do you suggest?
Well, the midday refresh is all about, finding your center again during the day. So anytime you feel disconnected or stressed, you can just like miss the aroma perfume around you and repeat the affirmation, I love.
Oh, yes.
It's simple, but powerful. A good way to shift how you're feeling.
It's like a mini meditation you can do anywhere.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Okay, and what about like for the evening? What do you suggest?
Before you go to sleep, try the evening reflection. So put a bit of the healing body oil on your heart center, and then think back on all those moments of connection you had throughout the day, and set intentions for continuing to open your heart. It's a nice way to end the day on a positive note.
It's like creating this little cocoon of love and compassion before you drift off to sleep.
Yeah.
Okay, and speaking of open hearts, there's this Heart Chakra Manifesto, Spring Edition, and it like outlines some key attitudes and behaviors to embrace during spring. It sounds like it goes even deeper than these daily rituals.
Yeah, think of it as a call to action, aligning your actions with the energy of spring. So it's about being open to new experiences and connections, just like those spring blossoms opening up to the sun.
So we're not just talking about like using a product,
Right.
but really like changing how we think and act.
Yeah, it's about more than just pampering yourself with nice smelling things. It's about tapping into something much, much deeper, recognizing that link between your physical body and your emotional self. And these rituals and products, they can be tools to help you shift your energy and cultivate a more open and loving way of being.
I think a lot of people might be surprised by like the idea of a Heart Chakra Manifesto. It sounds almost like revolutionary.
In a way it is. It challenges you to go beyond the surface, really look at your beliefs and how you act when it comes to love and compassion.
Okay, so let's unpack this manifesto a bit. What does it mean to truly open ourselves up?
Imagine a flower opening its petals, It's not only exposing itself to the sunlight, but it's also welcoming in the bees, the rain, the wind, all those elements that help it grow.
So we're talking about being open to trying new things, new relationships, even new challenges.
Exactly. It's about stepping outside of your comfort zone.
Yeah.
And allowing yourself to be vulnerable, because that's where real growth happens.
It's easy to get stuck in our routines and our ways of thinking, especially when like life gets busy.
That's why spring is such a potent reminder, to shake things up and embrace those new possibilities.
Okay, so we're open. Now, what about receiving? This one feels a little tricky, even for me.
I think a lot of us struggle with receiving love, whether it's from others or even from ourselves. We put up walls. We doubt ourselves. We feel unworthy.
It's like we're rejecting nourishment, like a plant refusing the rain.
Exactly, and that can lead to feeling, drained, emotionally empty.
Yeah.
But when you allow yourself to receive love, you open yourself up to abundance.
So how do we like actually get better at receiving? Do we just like sit around and wait for love to show up?
It's more about shifting your mindset, realizing that you are worthy of love just by being you.
Yeah.
And practicing gratitude for the love that's already in your life, Even the little things.
It's like training yourself to notice the love that's like all around.
Yeah.
Even when you're not looking for it.
Exactly. And once you start to see it, you can start to receive it more fully.
Okay, now for the big one, loving without limits. That sounds like a tall order.
It is a big one.
Yeah.
But it's also incredibly freeing.
Okay.
When you love without limits, you let go of the need to control or judge.
Yeah.
You accept the imperfections in yourself and in everyone else.
Yeah, that's a huge shift from the like conditional love we're often taught growing up.
Yeah.
That I'll love you if you do this, or I'll love you as long as you're this way kind of love.
Yeah, that kind of love keeps you stuck in fear and scarcity. But unconditional love, that's expansive, limitless. It allows you to truly forgive, to let go of grudges, to see the good in everyone.
So it's like tapping into this this endless well of compassion.
Yeah, and that's a powerful place to be, especially when, when the world can feel so divided and judgmental.
This heart chakra manifesto is like really making me think differently about how I approach love and connection. It's not just about like romantic love.
You got it. It's about love in all its forms. Love for your family, your friends, your community, and most importantly, love for yourself.
Like we're expanding the definition of love to include like everything and everyone.
And when you do that, you open yourself up to a whole new level of joy and fulfillment.
This makes me think about something we talked about earlier, the idea of syncing up with the cycles of nature. It's like spring is like nudging us to shed those old limiting beliefs.
Yeah.
And embrace a more expansive way of loving.
It's not just about spring though. Every season gives us unique opportunities to grow and change.
Oh, interesting.
It's all about paying attention to those cycles, both inside yourself and in the world around you.
So we can learn something from every season, even those dark winter months.
Absolutely. Even in the middle of winter, there's a quiet beauty, a time for reflection and looking inward, just like those seeds that are resting under the frozen ground. You are also gathering strength for your own renewal.
It's a good reminder that even when things are tough, there's always hope for new beginnings.
And that hope is what keeps us moving forward towards a brighter and more loving future.
This has been such an insightful deep dive. I feel like I have a whole new perspective on spring.
Yeah.
And how it connects to emotional well-being.
I hope this inspires you to take some of these ideas and make them part of your own life.
Yeah.
Even small changes can make a big difference.
Absolutely. Whether it's like trying one of those heart chakra rituals, checking out the Chakra 4 collection, or just, taking a moment to appreciate the beauty of spring. There's so many ways to tap into this energy of renewal.
And remember, it's a journey, not a destination. Be kind to yourself. Allow yourself to grow at your own pace. And most importantly, have fun with it.
I love that. Now, before we finish up, I want to go back to something that really stood out to me. We've talked a lot about opening our hearts to love and compassion, but what about when it feels tough, even scary?
That's a great question, and it's something we all go through at some point. Opening your heart can make you feel, vulnerable, exposed.
Right.
It's normal to have fears and doubts.
So how do we work through those fears? Should we just like ignore them and pretend they're not there?
Not necessarily. It's more about acknowledging those fears.
Yeah.
Figuring out where they're coming from, and then making the choice to move forward with courage and compassion.
So it's like saying yes to love even when it's scary.
Exactly. And that yes might be just a whisper at first,
Yeah.
a small step outside of your comfort zone. But with each step, you build confidence and resilience.
So it's not about being fearless. It's about being brave even when you're afraid.
And remember, you don't have to do it alone. Lean on your support system.
Yeah.
Whether that's your loved ones, your community, or even a therapist or spiritual advisor.
It's like creating this network of support that helps you feel safe and held as you go on this journey of opening your heart.
That's exactly it. Creating a world where love and compassion are the driving forces, where we feel connected to ourselves, to each other, and to nature.
What a beautiful vision. I think we've covered a lot today, but it feels like there's always more to discover when it comes to the heart chakra and its connection to emotional well-being.
Absolutely. That's what's so amazing about it. It's a continuous journey of exploration and growth.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave you with a thought-provoking question.
Yeah.
What small step can you take today to open your heart to the possibilities of spring and cultivate a greater sense of emotional well-being?
Yeah. Maybe it's trying one of those spring rituals we were talking about.
Yeah.
Maybe it's reaching out to someone you care about, or just spending a little time in nature, appreciating the beauty all around you.
It's like we're taking a cue from nature and using it to like actually improve our emotional well-being.
Exactly. And it's about, realizing that we're part of nature, not separate from it.
Right.
Just as the trees let go of their leaves in the fall and blossom again in the spring, we also experience these cycles of growth and renewal.
So it's not just about like indulging ourselves with nice smelling products, right?
Right.
We're we're actually connecting with something much deeper.
Absolutely. It's about recognizing the connection between our physical and emotional selves, and these rituals and these products, they can be tools to help us shift our energy
Yeah.
and cultivate a more open and loving state of being.
So before we wrap up this deep dive, I want to touch on something we mentioned earlier, the Chakra 4 collection. These products sound like more than just fragrances.
You're right. They're designed to support you on your journey of heart chakra activation.
I love that they're made with clean ingredients, so, you can feel good about using them. It's like a holistic approach to well-being, both inside and out.
That's the idea. It's about finding what works for you, whether it's aromatherapy, meditation, spending time outdoors, or simply just being grateful.
Hmm.
There's so many ways to connect with your heart center and boost your emotional well-being.
So as we finish up our deep dive into the heart chakra and spring renewal, let's remember that this isn't just a seasonal thing. It's an ongoing practice,
Yeah.
a commitment to nurturing love and compassion in our everyday lives.
It's a practice that can not only change your own life, but also the world around you. When you choose to lead with love, you create a ripple effect that goes far beyond yourself.
What a beautiful thought to leave our listeners with. So go out there and blossom. Embrace the energy of spring. Open your hearts and let love guide you.